What's up guys, Enrique from DSM Tool here and welcome to today's video. Today's video we have a special guest. Now, my last video I did a small introduction on CJ Dropshipping and wholesale dropshipping, but in general terms. The idea of today's video is to talk to Demi, who is from the CJ Dropshipping team. She is the content creator. They have amazing content on their channel. And she's going to explain a little bit of how CJ Dropshipping began, how it began, and also how to use the platform for you guys to know. And we'll be making more videos on CJ Dropshipping in the future. So, thank you so much for being here with us, Demi.
Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you so much. Now, Demi, let me know where you're from right now. Are you currently in China?
Yes, I'm currently in China, Hangzhou, which is a city near the Shanghai.
Oh, cool. Well, guys, for those of you who don't know, I am located in Central America. So this is very awesome to work with people around the globe. So thank you so much. And also we're working around a partnership with CJ Dropshipping. So you'll be hearing a lot of that platform here. And also, let me just start by saying as well, Demi, let's try to do more collaborations in the future. Don't you think maybe it's going to be beneficial for our users to know more about your platform?
Yes, sure.
Awesome. Okay, so before we start, let me just tell you guys we're going to be dividing this questionnaire or this meeting in two. The first one would be the history of CJ Dropshipping, so how they started, where they're located, and so on and so forth. And last, but certainly not least, the benefits of using this platform. So, Demi, let's just start with the first question that I had for you. So, can you please tell me, when was CJ Dropshipping officially launched?
It was officially launched in 2016 that we launched this integrated website for dropshippers. But we actually provided the dropshipping service for some of our partners in 2014. That was our beginning.
Oh, that's cool. And actually, guys, this platform is huge. How many users do you have currently?
Currently, we active users, I think there are tens of thousands that had placed orders to CJ Dropshipping.
Wow, that's a lot. Wow, that's great. There's something that I especially love because I started using your platform just recently, in which I made a video on it. And one of the things I love, and that's the question that we have, but towards the benefits of using the platform, but I just want to quickly say, you have the option to wholesale dropship and to dropship online arbitrage, for example, where you pretty much work with other suppliers. So this is for me, it is so important, especially because a lot of people, new users, new dropshippers, they're also who are beginning to dropship on eBay. They're pretty much concerned when it comes to the eBay policy. So that is a question, guys, that we'll be having in just a couple of minutes. So I just want you to prepare you guys because I know that a lot of you are actually looking forward to listen to that answer from Demi. But before we get to that, let me just go ahead and ask you, Demi. So what's your main goal? Like, what is the main goal of CJ Dropshipping?
Our main goal is to provide dropshipping services for those dropshippers that you don't have to pre-stock your your products. We can fulfill the orders for you. That you don't have to manage your stock and your parcels. So once you have orders, we can buy and ship to the end customers for you.
Yeah, that's great. And that's a great business model. And that's the thing about drop shipping, right? A lot of sellers online, they don't have, first of all, not all of them have the capital to manufacture products, or even some of them don't have the capital to purchase inventory, right? Secondly, you don't have maybe the time or disposition to have physical inventory. So this business model is great for people who want to start an online entrepreneur business.
Yes, this model of business was for those people who don't have much budget to start their business, because you don't have to pre-stock products, and you don't have to warehousing these products, and you don't have many people to process the orders. We have those staff do it for you.
Yeah, and that's like the magic for me. It's as simple as just take care of your store, make your purchase, you know, if you can inventory, but if you can't, you can still make sales, find great products, you know, execute a good, proper market research for profitable products, make money, you know, make profits, and you don't have to be on top of warehouses. You just have to be on top of your store, make the order, you know, manage to make the sale, then just let the magic happen. The profits come in as long as you provide the best service.
Yeah, and there is another goal we can provide. We can help the customers to build their brand, because we also offer the custom packaging service, like to put a logo on your products, on the packaging, and we can make product video for you.
Wow, that is huge. That is pretty much like Shopify, where you can work your brand, right?
Yes. You can build your brand with very little money.
Yeah, and that's the big difference, because when you're using Shopify as, let's say, a website to make sales and to work your store, it's a lot of money. Like, you have to, first off, you have to have inventory, if or you can dropship, but you can have inventory. You have to work on your brand. You have to make advertisements or pay for advertisements. You have to pay a monthly fee. So there's a lot of things involved, but with you guys, I mean, that's wonderful, especially for people who want to work with a brand. So that's great. But again, guys, I just want to quickly go over the history of CJ right now, because I'm getting too excited with the benefits, to be honest. That's something that since I learned about CJ dropshipping, I always wanted, not with DSM Tool and working for DSM Tool, but also as an online seller, maybe considering using your platform, because there's so many benefits that you guys give. But let's just hold our horses there, guys. Let's just continue asking, because this is very important for me to know. Like, for example, do you guys work, you know, I know you work with marketplaces such as eBay and Amazon, but is there any place else that you work with or that you're peer with, let's say in marketplaces or websites?
Sure. Sorry, we currently do not work with Amazon because there are too many limits. We can provide a better service for those people because there are too many like policy limits. So we caught the Amazon right now. So now the marketplaces we work with are the Shopify, eBay, Lazada, WooCommerce, and Shopee.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good, actually. I mean, working with eBay, for a lot of our users, we preach on starting on eBay. You know, it's a big marketplace, not as big as Amazon, but it's a very good marketplace to start. So that's great that you work there. Also Shopify and other marketplaces. So that's good. And let me ask you, so suppliers, how many suppliers do you work with?
Well, there are more than 300,000 SKUs in our marketplaces. So actually, we maybe have to work and negotiate with like tens of thousands of suppliers, because there are too many products and variants.
Yeah, I can assume. And so you have like a huge, let's say, supplier, like a huge supplier market you work with, you collaborate with. Oh, so I do have a question in mind, and I think that this is very important for me to ask. So why did you decide to partner with us? For example, we as DSM Tool. I mean, this is a great partnership, but can you tell me why? I mean, is there anything beneficial, you know, for you guys from us, or?
First of all, because you guys are very professional in this field, like eBay listings and the order and fulfillment management. for eBay users. So we want to provide a better service for our eBay users. So we are looking forward to work with you guys.
Yeah, that's great. To be honest, I appreciate it. I thank you so much. And we as DSM Tool team, we try to give the best service as possible. You know, we have the platform that we use, and we try to help people who are just starting. So for me, it's an honor to be here, and for me, which I am a content creator as well from DSM Tool guys, it is great. So thank you so much for that. Okay, so now. I just want to dive in a little bit on the benefits. We already talked a little bit of what you guys do and how you guys work, but I do want to talk about, for example, I did a video on it last time, but just can you please go over it quickly on how can a seller connect his or her store to your platform, for example?
Sure. They are very detailed. There are very detailed tutorial and step-by-step guide when you guys are going to authorize your store on our interface in our site. That actually there are mainly 4 steps. The first is that you should log in your eBay account and then click My eBay to get your store name. Then you input the store name to see dropshipping, then authorize. It's very simple. There are step-by-step guide in our website.
That's great too. So guys, on the video, when we edit this video, everything that Demi just said, which I already did last video, I'm gonna put it on the screen so you guys can see what she's saying, and put the steps there as well so you guys know. But anyway, we will be having links down below in the description, so you guys can have access to that tutorial. You can go ahead and check out everything on CJ as well on their YouTube channel. Demi, you have great content. You explained it beautifully. My last video, I used you as a source as well to try to learn a little bit of CJ.
It's very great. I love it. Also,
awesome.
We have tutorial videos for our services. Yes.
That's great. Now, there's a big question, like I mentioned before. For example, the eBay dropshipping policy, right? So let me just start by saying that a lot of people, they're very concerned with this policy, you know, because on eBay, you're not allowed to dropship from other retailers or other marketplaces. For example, if we preach a lot on using AliExpress, right? So that's not complying with the policy. Even though you can still work around that policy, you can still manage to make sales, but you have to be on top of your store. You have to give a good customer service, list every single time, you know, a lot of factors. But with CJ Dropshipping, for example, would that be different? Do you guys comply with the eBay policy?
Oh, actually, I don't know this topic well. What I know is that you should have your own stock for eBay dropshippers.
Well, I mean, like for example, you guys, you're a wholesale. Like we could call you a wholesale supplier.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you're a third-party company, right? So what somebody does by using CJ Dropshipping, what I learned is you can either wholesale or you can either dropship. So if you dropship,
yes, you can bulk buy from CJ, and we also provide the service, the product service, because you can buy from other manufacturers and store them in CJ warehouses, because we have like 9 or 8 warehouses over the world. We also have 2 warehouses in the US.
Oh, 2 in the US.
Yeah, 2 in the US. One is in the I think in New Jersey, and one is in the Western California. Like.
So you have New Jersey, a warehouse in Western California.
Yeah.
See, and that's exactly what eBay wants every seller to do. So that is allowed. So this is like, for me, the biggest benefit of it all for me, you know, personally, because you can still work with the dropshipping model, but you're complying with the eBay policy because you're pretty much purchasing products from other manufacturers or suppliers that CJ works with. And speaking of which, I did a small, again in the video, I did a small like tutorial and walkthrough on how you can start sourcing items. But there are a lot of ways you can look for products and try to sell those products, right? So can you please explain a little bit to the users and the viewers how you can do that on a CJ platform. And one of the sourcing methods that that sellers do is to, let's say they want to source, I don't know, maybe this like phone stand. So they send the information, they send everything they need to send, and you guys, you know, the CJ team goes out in about what, like 2 to 3 business days. You try to negotiate with other suppliers or manufacturers on the product, and you get back to the seller and you say, hey, this is what we found, this is the price, you know, and so on and so forth. So can you explain that process?
Okay. First of all, I think there are 3 major ways you can source products from CJ. The first is you can directly search the product you want on the searching bar. Like you can search by the keywords or by images. You can just take a photo of the product, or you just download from anywhere else and search by images. Then, if you can't find the product you want in our marketplaces, you are unable to find the product, you can post a sourcing request to CJ Dropshipping. Yeah, the third way is that we have developed a CJ Google Chrome extension that you can use the Google extension to source from the AliExpress and Taobao or 1688 just by few clicks.
Wow. Okay, so 3 major ways, guys. You just heard it, how you can source items, and so you can go ahead and do that. What I love is how you guys can facilitate that process of, you know, being the third party where I want to source whatever article I want to sell, and you guys go ahead and find the supplier or manufacturer. And
you just need to post a link with the product from anywhere else, then we can find it for you.
That's right. And that is like, because on this process, as you guys will see on the screen, you submit the information, title of the product, the image of the product, and so on. But the most important key part of that search is putting the link, right? So you can look for products similar on AliExpress, for example. That is something that there's another channel that is very good. It's called, I believe, the Financial Freedom channel. That he also made a video on CJ Dropshipping, and it was very good as well. So there's a lot of ways you can work with. And again, back to the question, if this complies with the eBay policy, it completely does. So you as a seller can work with the dropshipping model, you know, with not enough money to invest in, you know, if you don't have enough capital to invest, you don't have to worry about that. By using CJ platform, you are executing the dropshipping model. You can work with a very low budget model and get benefits from, first, being on top of your store and complying with the eBay policy. That's going to give you a lot of benefits as well. You can have more traffic provided by eBay. Not to mention, you can have great product sourced on CJ Dropshipping, and you can start making good profits. Now, again, we preach a lot on beginners, right? Because this is basically for beginners. And we tell people, I do live sessions every single week. We do 1 live session currently. And we use as a website to source items AliExpress, right? So AliExpress from China, from the Alibaba group. So what would you say the big difference between AliExpress and CJ Dropshipping would be, for example?
That was a great question. Well, to be honest, that you know that AliExpress is very good for those dropshipping beginners, because when you have a few orders, so this is a very easy site for you guys to buy things for your end customers. Then when you scale up, AliExpress is not a good choice for you. I would like to say that CJ was like the combination of AliExpress and Orblo, that we can fulfill those orders for you automatically. We can draw the orders from your store. And the biggest difference from CJ to AliExpress that we have our own warehouses. That means if your end customers place an order with several products, that the end customers may receive several parcels in different times. But from CJ, we will pack the products together and send it to your customers. Then we would like to do the quality checking and remove those invoice you don't want your end customers to see.
That's something, you just mentioned something very important as well within your answer. quality check on the product, right? So the product assurance, quality assurance, as we call it. So for example, guys, if you're drop shipping and you're using AliExpress, right, to try to make sales and source items, there's ways you can analyze the supplier, right? So, or a seller on AliExpress. If that seller has a good positive feedback rate, if the product is the same as it's described, you can check on a lot of things as well. Also, if you have Ali Tools has their own seller ranking, the star review on the product, how many reviews that seller has, so a lot of things. But you can just speculate or you can just analyze it from that point, but you don't actually know how good is that item. But with CJ Dropshipping, even though you're not seeing it physically, right, you cannot validate that physically, but they do that for you. So that's for me, that's another great benefit, because not only you're complying with the eBay policy, but also that you're going to be giving out and selling great products because of you guys, because you do that quality check for us.
Yeah,
so
and we also can customize the packaging for you.
Yeah, again, with the branding.
Yeah, branding.
Yeah. So guys, look, if you really want to, start let's say a career out of drop shipping or online sales, even with the wholesale drop shipping model, you obviously, maybe not, maybe you do. In my case, I would obviously work on my brand, work on my store's name, and try to make a name of myself on the e-commerce platform, on eBay, for example, or Shopify. So if you want to work your branding, guys, you have that secured with CJ Dropshipping. So there's a lot of cool benefits of you guys, to be honest. I do have another question for you. So for example, is it my understanding, maybe I understood it incorrectly, but you can also, so we preach on online arbitrage, which is dropshipping model. So you find a product on eBay with enough sales, and you can find that same item on AliExpress, for example, for a lower price, right? So my question to you is, can you find, let's say, an item from AliExpress that is very cheap, by the way, but can you find that at even a lower cost that you can find on AliExpress?
Well, sure, that the price of the products in CJ Marketplaces are usually lower than it was on the AliExpress, because we have our purchasing team to find a cheaper price with the same quality. That is our purchasing team do.
That is great, because again, quality assurance is number one, is crucial, is key. And moreover, it's also finding a profitable product, but also a cheap product, right? Or at least not cheap. Maybe it sounds kind of iffy, but at a low price, right? So again, for beginners who do not hold as much starting capital, they can still manage to make great sales and find great products at a very low price. So that's good. But there's something I would like to ask you. When I source an item, it's going to be appearing on the screen. When I source an item and you come back, let's say with a product and the price that you negotiated and all that stuff, I see that also there's something called dropshipping fee, I believe. So how does that work? Do you charge a dropshipping fee, or can you explain that to me?
Well, the total dropshipping fee contains two aspects. One is that the product price, and the other is the shipping fees, and no other added fees at all. Indeed.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So the ship. I'm sorry.
Other fees we charge only for those, like I have said, the custom packagings and taking the photographing of the products. Those are what we will check, and also for the warehousing fees that you buy from other manufacturers and you want to use the warehousing and processing service from CJ, then we charge fees for these services.
Oh, okay. So in general terms, the fees, the general dropshipping fee would include the price of the product with the shipping fee involved, right? That is the initial. But if you want to work with your branding, you want to maybe invest a little bit more on custom packaging, or even having paying for the warehouse fee, then you can do so. But at the beginning, it's all about the product's price, the final price negotiated, and the shipping fee. In terms of shipping, since we're sourcing products from China, a lot of people also say that, that one of the biggest problems from AliExpress, for example, is that you're looking for products or importing those products from China all the way to the US, right? In terms of shipping, you can find very low price shipping with ePacket or AliExpress standard shipping. However, they're not as quick, they're not as fast as other maybe carriers or methods. So for example, if you use EMS or if you use FedEx, for example, it's going to be quicker because it's an expedited method, but it's a lot more expensive. So
yes,
when it comes to CJ Dropshipping, like you guys also have a lot of different carriers or methods. You have the e-packet as well, but you also mentioned you have warehouses in the US. So let's say I want to purchase an inventory if I'm using the wholesale model, and I want to hold that inventory in the US. I hold that inventory on your warehouse on New Jersey, for example. So the shipping is going to be even quicker, right? So that's how it kind of works when it wholesale, right? When it comes to wholesale, okay, me purchasing inventory, holding that inventory on your warehouse. Okay, so yeah, so that's a big difference, guys, when it comes to wholesale dropshipping and dropshipping. Is wholesale dropshipping, you purchase inventory ahead and you can purchase a very good inventory with quality check and a low price with CJ dropshipping. If you want to be competitive in terms of shipping, you can hold that inventory either in the US, sorry, in New Jersey or Western California, you said?
Chino, I think.
Chino?
Chino?
Okay, so Chino in the States.
Yeah. Chino City and other is in the New Jersey.
Okay, so that is wholesale, but what about drop shipping? I see here, I've seen that if I want to use ePacket, right? So I'm importing products from China all the way to the US at a low price.
You want to know the shipping times. The delivery times from now there are still take a longer time than we usually do because of the COVID-19, that the end service of the shipping take much longer time. That for now that we have 4 to 10 days shipping from the US warehouse by USPS to your end customers. 4 to 10 days by USPS, and if you ship from China, and we take 8 to 12 days from China warehouse to the US.
Oh, 8 to 12 days. That's actually pretty fast, because I've seen that in AliExpress, by using ePacket, for example, it might take about 3 weeks, 3 weeks. So you guys take a little bit, the guys take less because 2 weeks are 15 days. So you guys take from...
ePacket takes much longer time in high seasons. So that is a big advantage of CJ Dropshipping, because we have ePacket that can provide a cheaper price and fast time.
Yeah, of course. And now that you mentioned seasons, for example, let me ask you, maybe there isn't, maybe there is. Do you guys have like a high season, maybe that a lot of people are consistently drop shipping? For example, Christmas is coming, a lot of people want to make sales. It's a big seasonal frenzy of shopping and sellers to provide products in terms of offers and demand. So do you have like a high season where a lot of people are drop shipping, or I mean that's constant? You always have a lot of people drop shipping regardless of the months or the seasons. I don't know if I made my question.
Yes, we have high seasons and low seasons, and our high seasons was usually the Christmas season. And in the last year, 2020, that of the COVID-19, we also have high seasons in the Q2, the last year. A lot of people buy things online because you can go out.
And that's another interesting question, because when it comes to dropshipping or even online businesses, since COVID, a lot of people started, looking for ways to work online. A lot of people are using Zoom with their meetings. A lot of people they're not having physical stores because you couldn't. So did you guys see like a huge spike on your platform when COVID hit, or you always had or there wasn't any like huge peak of users on the CJ platform?
Well, do you mean that we have a surge of the users on CJ
Yeah, like for
Dropshipping
example, thanks to COVID, if you saw that more users were using your platform because of COVID, or there wasn't any difference?
Yeah, there are much more users to use CJ Dropshipping and much more orders placed on CJ Dropshipping because of the COVID-19. Because you know that as the offline store closed, that more people shop online, and that was a big opportunity for dropshippers. And now the impact of the COVID-19 is still there. So in 2021, there are still big opportunities for those who want to start the business.
And I can imagine that you guys have a huge workload now that you have more users, more orders. Let me just ask you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me just ask you. For example, how do you recommend a user, a seller, to if that person, let's say me, right? I have the information, I sourced the item, you gave me the answers, you gave me a good final price, shipping and all that stuff. But how can I calculate my profits if I manage to make the sale on that item?
Well, I have to say that I didn't know the eBay market well, but for Shopify, that the profit you make is usually the dropshipping fees you placed. Like if you want to price the products, you should take the dropshipping fees into consideration, and the ad fees. That is, it usually means that your profit equals the dropshipping fees.
Okay, so for Shopify, you mean, right? So okay. And there's another way, actually, guys. You can use even the eBay calculator. There's an eBay calculator profit. You can also use our DSM calculator that we developed. As you guys, for those of you who watch my live sessions, I use it a lot, and I show you guys how to use it. So there are many ways for you to pretty much calculate your profits. But it's good that you mentioned Shopify, because I know that there's a lot of people who would rather start on Shopify, and which is a very good website. It's not a marketplace, but it's a very good website builder. So a lot of people might want to focus on that. So that is a great topic. And guys, by the way, I'll be making a video specifically on Shopify. But anyway, let's stick to eBay, which is what I recommend you guys to start with when you're pretty much, starting your online store. Let me ask you one last thing, because I think we covered, like, in terms of benefits of newcomers in the dropshipping world or the e-commerce world. There's something that is very important that I would like to ask you. How is your customer support?
Our customer support, you talk about our customer support, that is also a big advantage that we have over AliExpress, because in AliExpress you have to talk to several vendors that you need to negotiate with them. But in CJ Dropshipping, we have 7 days a week and 24 hours a day that online support provided by CJ agents. You can find a dedicated agent for yourself.
And that's true.
Yeah. And you can also send tickets from CJ Support Center to our team, and we will respond in 24 hours on weekdays. And also you can send emails to support@cjdropshipping.com, and you can get a 100% response from our support team.
Yeah, and that's true. Actually, when I remember that when I entered the CJ website, I immediately got an agent assigned to me. So that's very, very cool to have somebody on top, and that's one of the benefits that I talked over on my last video, on the difference between online arbitrage model and wholesale dropshipping. So if you're using the wholesale dropshipping approach, you have a much better or a much more direct contact with your supplier. But if you're using the online arbitrage, you don't have that, because you're sourcing from various sellers or vendors. But in using CJ Dropshipping, even though you want to use the dropshipping model, you guys offer it both ways. You offer wholesale and dropshipping, and you're still a supplier. A wholesale supplier might say, or at least that, you know, executes something similar to wholesale supplier, and you have a direct contact with the supplier itself. So it's like the best of both worlds, you know, something like that, you might say. You know, Demi, it's awesome. I think we pretty much covered in terms, because again, guys, this I just wanted to have like a casual conversation and ask Demi a couple of questions. Hopefully, we might have another meeting, another pre-recorded session. Maybe you guys on the comments down below, you can let me know. You can let Demi know as well. What type of questions do you guys would like me to ask her? Also, what type of content would you like me to do on CJ Dropshipping? But today it was all about more on the introduction as well, and for beginners. So I really appreciate your time, Demi,
Thank you for
and
inviting
thank you
me
so
again.
much for the support as well with our channel.
Yeah, I'm so glad to be here and share how CJ works with you guys. It was a pleasant meeting.
Awesome. Well, guys, you heard it here. You heard it with Demi. She is a content creator. Go check out their content, their channel. It is great. It's going to be in the description down below, the direct link. And trust me, we'll be having more content on CJ Dropshipping, hopefully with Demi as well. We can make another video with better editing and, you know, maybe another thing called a little bit more, how do you call it, professional, because this was very casual. And that was the goal of this meeting. So thank you so much for watching. See you on the next video.